everything I have done, I am playing outside the melody but was staying on the melody. So if there was no melody, how will I know how to connect my landing note, my licks, my chord progression to connect people to what I am doing? Don't forget that when you are improvising, what is in the mind of your audience is the melody. Don't learn improvisation too far from the melody. The melody you play is part of your improvisation. If you don't sound well in your melody with grace note, slurring, vibrato, no matter how you improvise, no matter the number of notes you play, you will not be able to sound appealing to the people. You might even end up sounding noisy and too rowdy.
Hi guys, welcome to Mosax Newworld Empire channel and welcome to Teacher Tuesday. In this video, you're going to know why the melody is the most important when improvising a gospel song. This sounds very important to you to learn. Stay tuned and keep learning. If you have not subscribed and you are still watching me right now, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, share this video, comment, like. Alright, stay tuned and keep learning.
Alright guys, Mosax here again. I am here to show you something important about improvisation. Improvisation is something all of us love. Everyone that is playing saxophone, 90% of your job and even your anxiety at the same time is how to improvise. A lot of complaints I get comes more with improvisation related questions. Questions like, sometimes I'm improvising, I'm lost. Sometimes I'm afraid to improvise. Sometimes I don't even know how to apply what I already know on improvisation. Now today, the first thing I want to talk about is, why is the melody so important when you are improvising a gospel song? Now, when you are trying to do improvisation, if you are not in the gospel setting, you will not really know why the melody is so important, because most times they just pick some chord changes and everybody is just improvising over a scale, over a scale and over a chord progression. That's chord changes. But if you are in the gospel setting, you will need the melody more than you need even a scale, because the melody is what every other thing is built around. Now, so what I have here is, it is easier to ad-lib a song if you already know the melody. Now, and it is easier to solo a song if you know the melody. Let me take a song like What a Mighty God We Serve. If I'm to improvise this song now, I'll go like You see, that is improvisation. Now, I am not too far from the melody. In fact, everything I'm doing, it is the melody that is guiding me. Now, every topic I have taken my students on improvisation, I surround them on the melody. Melody is the center. Number one topic was passing note. For those of us who are my students and those of you following us this channel, the number one thing you need is your passing note. So when I'm ad-libbing What a Mighty God, I'm going to be using the melody to guide me into the passages. So I'm going to be passing into the melody. For example, that's the melody. So I want to improvise, I'll go. That's part where I did that's my passing note. So passing note is going to be part of my improvisation, and it was the melody that guided me. Take note. Number one, your melody guides your what? Your passing notes. Number two, the same melody will guide your what? Your landing note, which is what guides the chord progression. So if the chord progression is coming from the melody, for example, what a mighty God we serve, the last note of every melody line is what points you to the chord progression, to the chord of that song. So so mi do la so, that so, the do chord is going to come in because so is part of do chord, and it is most dominant in the chord 1 than in the chord 5, which is so ti re. So now on the chord 1, which is do chord, you have your do mi so. So do is going to dominate, mi is going to dominate the do chord, and so is going to dominate the so chord, so the do chord. So if you have a melody that ends with a so or a mi or a do, you just know that what, it is the do chord that goes for it. Now if you have a song that ends with a re, like the second line now, that's a do chord. Then that re, mommy, so mi do mi re, that re is telling me that what is a so chord, because re is a component of the so chord, which is the chord 5, so ti re. So that re that is part of the so chord, I am going to treat it, I know that what is going for a so chord. So I already, as a saxophonist, I know what the keyboard is going to play from the melody that I already know. So if my melody is so mi do la so, I know it's a do chord. So mi do mi re, I know it's a what? It's a so chord. Then so fa mi do, so fa mi do, so fa mi re do. Every other part of this song does not have much rest. So every part of the song that has a good rest is a good part of your improvisation, because that is where your feels is usually needed. For example, what almighty God with 1 2 3 4, what almighty God with 1 2 3 4, heaven and earth adore 1, angels bow before 1, what almighty God with 1 2 3 4. So where do you think you are most needed in the 5 lines? What almighty God we serve, what almighty God we serve, heaven and earth adore him, angels bow before him, what almighty God we serve. You have 5 lines, and I can bet you the first line, the second line, and the last line is where you have enough rest, and that means those are the part you are going to target your chord. And then how do you know the chord if you don't know the melody? So from the melody, I know that what, I have a do chord and I have a so chord, and at the end I have another do chord to target. So the melody has guided me. The next thing the melody will show me after showing me the chord is that the melody is going to show me the landing notes. What is landing notes? Landing note is me ensuring that I play a lick that takes me from the melody note to the root note of that chord. For example, so mi do la so, that so is part of do chord, but do is the what, is the root note of that chord. So if I have a do chord that is my root note, you get it, and I have a so that is my melody note, I am going to make sure that what, I leave the so and land back on do. That is landing notes. So instead of me to go, anything I play should take me back to the what, the root note of that so, of that do chord, which is do, and that's where landing note comes in. So for me to play something that lands me on do, I usually like to play in the library. In the intermediate library, you have all these improvisation courses. Passing note is a course, landing note is a course, but if you buy the library, you have almost about 15 courses all round, all wrapped up as what, intermediate library, covering everything about improvisation. So in that landing note, you understand why I do mi mole do do. So let's go now. I go the last line of the second line, the last note of the second line is re, so mi do mi re, and that re is coming from the so chord, and the root note of the so chord is so itself. So I must find something to play that will connect my re, which is the actual note, to the root note of that chord, which is a saw. And that's why I played. If you are confused, just go to the library and then get the library and you understand it. But today I'm trying to show you why the melody is more important. So let's go straight to the point. Now, so you understand, the first thing I said is the melody will show you the passing note. The melody will also show you the chord. Number 3, the melody will show you the landing note. It will connect you to the root note. So you understand that. The next thing the melody will do, according to what I have here, is that the melody is going to tell you the right licks to play. The right licks to play. Now, licks or the right scale to play. It's not even a scale that guide you on the song. It is the song that guide you on the scale. Don't mix it. Don't think that if you know pentatonic, you can ad-lib any song, because it is the song that tells you the right scale to use. So if you don't know the melody of a song and you jump into improvisation, you might fall into a problem. You might find it difficult to trace the chord, trace the landing note, and even trace whatever you're doing. Most of the licks we have in the library here that I will be showing in this channel, they are all connected to the chord 1, which is the do chord. Most scales, most licks are connected to the do chord. You can hardly find a scale, a lick that is connected to the saw chord or to the fa chord. Yes, it's like that. Most licks will land on do, or it will land on mi. So, which is actually the general root note of all the major scale music, which is the do. You get it? All of the licks you find, like when you go, or any lick somebody will teach you, whether it is complex licks, most of them falls on the do chord. You get it? So if that is the case, the melody which already guides you on the chord will equally guide you on the licks to use. For example, I have a do chord. In place of that do chord, I can decide to put a lick there now. Then I continue. Then that's a re, which is a saw chord. Here I will most likely play 2 things. The melody has told me that I am dealing with a saw chord, which is the chord 5. Then the landing note is coming in as. I can also decide to arpeggiate, to do an arpeggio over the chord, which I already know from the melody. So go. So whatever length you have to go up and down across that arpeggio of that chord, you now begin to play. So if you go to the library, you're going to see the arpeggio coming in there. You see, that's why it's important. And you should, when you get the library, you are not jumping here and there. You're actually following it in the order in which you should learn them. And then with the melody in mind, the last thing is that you will not be lost while you are improvising. So anything you do, you can always come back to the melody. In fact, a good improvisation of a song, the melody once in a while has to connect every other idea you have. The melody is the glue that glues all your ideas together. So if what I'm teaching you today means that when you are asked to improvise a song, maybe a hymn, you know, most times saxophonists are usually needed when it comes to hymn. Let's go. There's not a friend. everything I have done, I am playing outside the melody but was staying on the melody. So if there was no melody, how will I know how to connect my landing note, my licks, my chord progression, to connect people to what I am doing? Don't forget that when you are improvising, what is in the mind of your audience is the melody. So whatever you do and you find yourself that you are lost outside the melody, everybody, that even the person that doesn't know music there, is going to be asking, he has missed it, because what I am singing didn't rhyme with where he came out from his whatever he went to do. Maybe you started with we like doing it a lot. But when you are doing all those that you are doing, maybe you decide to do some scale up and down, or maybe you wanted to execute one lick you copy from somewhere and cram. If you don't fall back on the melody that the people are already humming inside of them, whether you are right or wrong, everybody now know that something is wrong, because everybody has to leave what they are singing in their mind to join you in wherever you came out from, after connecting from wherever you are going. So when you get lost, don't get lost out of the melody. So if you are the type that is learning improvisation now, I would advise that whoever is teaching you the saxophone, or however you are learning saxophone, don't learn improvisation too far from the melody. Don't start learning improvisation techniques. Don't start learning too many licks that you cannot connect back to your melodies. And that's why I like the way I teach the saxophone. I don't teach you saxophone and start teaching you all manner of licks that I am not even showing you, based on the melody, how to connect those licks to the melody or to the chord progression. Of course, the melody already shows you the chord, and the chord is pointing to the landing note, pointing to the kind of licks to use. And these days, the way the pianists have gone haywire now in choosing their kind of chord progression, you will see something that's supposed to be following normal circle of fifth and circle of fourth. These days you will hear what a mighty God we can even hear a T there. Then you begin to see some chord voicings that are combining some chord progressions that you can see one their left hand on fa and the other one is on re, or you can even hear some seventh chords and some suspended chords, a ninth chord that you can't tell whether it's a do chord or even a fa chord. So with the way they are going these days, the sure way and the sure guide to you people who are watching me in this channel, or who are following me, or who are my students, is the melody. So if they bring out a song in a band and they said you are going to improvise, please, if it's you are asked to goodness of God, you see, the lists are coming in because I know it's a do chord. The titles also came in because I know it was a saw chord. All the passing note came because I know where I'm going in the melody. That is all. Imagine you just know even the simple things I'm saying in this video now, and you go to the library and follow it in order and you master it. You don't need to go through the advanced courses to even know how to improvise a song, or not talk of even ad-libbing a song. How do you even echo in an ad-lib if you don't know the melody? I think with this few point of mine, I have convinced you that what melody is number one when you want to improvise a gospel song. Please, if you find yourself seeing improvisation as very difficult, can you stay with the melody? Take a moment, stay with the melody, and then get the library, and then you come back with the testimony. So don't also forget that in learning the melody, that will take you to the beginner's course. The beginner's course is where I took my time to handle how to play a melody. Every topic in the beginner course, beginning from the embrochure, how to hold the sax, what the notes to play, scale permutations, your vibrato, your tongue gain, your long tones, and the slurring techniques and the grace note techniques. All of this topic is telling you how to play a melody that you will not sound like one of these trumpet or sound like one of these instruments that is different from how the sax ought to sound professionally. With that said and done, you know the vibrato, you know your slurring, you know your grace note. At least you can play I just play the melody now. I did not improvise it. Before, I did not have the landing, I did not have the passing, I did not have the leaves, I did not have the enclosures, I didn't have anything. I just played the melody. What was the ingredient that made that? Well, as simple as this is an old song that shouldn't be sounding nice now. But if it's going to sound nice when you play it and it's melodious as if, I'm just hearing the song like tone. When you're talking about tone, my tone is a problem. I don't understand my tone. Just get the library on beginners library. It's called beginner. It doesn't mean you are a beginner. It's only beginners that need it. Yeah, you getting my point? I only call it beginner because I feel tone is number one. That's why I call it beginner. It doesn't mean that there are people who can improvise but don't know grace note. There are people who can improvise but don't know anything called slurring. They don't even know vibrato, but they can improvise. Those are the people that still come back. They have jumped the most important part of saxophone playing, which is tone, and they have gone ahead to go and improvise. So if you are that kind of person, come back, get the beginner. Don't be shy. Don't say I'm a beginner. Mosax, give me advance. No, you don't need the advance if you have not gotten the act of playing the melody. Then after playing the melody very well, the melody you play is part of your improvisation. If you don't sound well in your melody with grace note, slurring, vibrato, no matter how you improvise, no matter the number of notes you play, you will not be able to sound appealing to the people. You might even end up sounding noisy and too rowdy.
Wow, oh boy, even me, I've learned a lot today. The melody, oh my God. If you have a sweet melody, jeez. Wow, it should just be going, it should just be entering your body. So this has made me to understand that those of you that are still waiting for I don't know what you're waiting for, get the beginner's library. If you know that your tone is not good, guy, get the beginner's library. It's very, very important that you build your tone. When it comes to melody, your tone is very important. So build your tone, get the beginner's library, get the intermediate library, and just finish this in once and for all. What are you waiting for? All right, guys. Verasax has been nominated for Climate Africa as the best instrumentalist of the year, guy. Vote me. Just visit the website www.climateafrica.org, search for the instrumentalist category and vote me. Of course, guy, the sax library, the one-on-one is available if you want to enroll for one-on-one with Mosax. We are here for you. Enroll. We are not scammers. Our number is on the description box below. Just pick it from there and contact us, and we'll respond to you instantly. All right? See you in our next video. Bye.